Heart and lungs. What is the effect of exercise to your heart rate? The pulse or heartbeat increases when one is engaged in physical activity. The heart's resting rate or the initial pulse is lower than the working heart rate. What does this mean? The exercise can increase the contraction of the heart muscles. It increases the pulse or heartbeat. Why does it happen? When muscle contraction of the heart increases, the heart works and can easily pumps blood to distribute nutrients to the different parts of the body. The heart is a hollow muscular organ located between lungs and it is protected by rib cage. It is about the size of your fist and located in the middle chest cavity. The beating of the heart is due to contraction of the heart muscles. The cardiac muscles contract involuntarily. The word cardiac refers to the heart. This means its contraction cannot be controlled by your will. It continues to pump blood as long as the person lives. It pumps blood even you are sleeping. The contraction continues, allowing the heart to receive oxygen from the lungs, and continues to contract and pumps blood to the rest of the body parts, including lungs through blood vessels. The lungs filter the oxygen that enters our body because it contains a filtering structure to ensure that the heart receives clean oxygen. The heart and lungs support each other to allow distribution of nutrients and oxygen to all parts, and the removal of carbon dioxide as waste product in the body. Common lungs ailments. Asthma, a condition where a person experiences difficulty in breathing. Rhinitis. It is characterized by sneezing, nasal discharge, and itchiness in the nasal passage. Pneumonia. It is an inflammation of the lungs. A person with pneumonia has a cough that produces a yellow-green phlegm. Other symptoms include fever accompanied by chills, shortness of breath, sweating, spitting of blood, and increased production of sputum. This is serious disease and the patient must consult a doctor immediately. Bronchitis. It is characterized by persistent coughing and sometimes fever. Cold. It is marked by sneezing, runny nose, coughing, sore throat, and sometimes fever and headache. Tuberculosis. It is an acute or chronic infectious disease of the lungs. It is a highly communicable disease. Lung cancer. It develops in response to prolonged exposure to irritants like tobacco smoke. Heart ailments. high blood pressure, or hypertension. It is characterized by a sudden rise of blood pressure. Anemia. It is characterized by the blood's inability to produce enough hemoglobin, the oxygen-carrying pigment of the RBC or red blood cells. Leukemia. It occurs when there is an increase in WBC count. Heart attack. It occurs when blood clot or fat get lodged in the blood vessels, which blocks the passage of blood to the heart. Rheumatic fever. It is a complication of a throat infection. Treatment of the lungs ailment. Require the patient to stay at home and rest. Separate him or her from other members of the family. Give the patient the prescribed medicine. Keep the surroundings clean. Open the windows to allow fresh air in. Feed the patient with nutritious food. If the patient has fever, give him or her a sponge bath. Change his or her clothes regularly. For heart ailments. Minimize your intake of salt and fatty food. Too much salt may cause complications in other organs like kidneys. High salt intake can aggravate the condition of the people who are already suffering from high blood pressure. Get enough rest and sleep and exercise regularly. Thank you for listening. This is Teacher Mercy Cular, your science teacher.